Welcome to What's on Trending on the Iowa 24 News, my people. And today we are going to be talking about EFCC. Now, they've been on the news, probing different politicians, dragging them like dagger gen, every now and then. And the Sun urges Tinubu to identify all corrupt EFCC's officials. So if you know they are corrupt, please identify them so that Nigerians will know which of them are corrupt and which of them are clean. And in Nigeria, anytime corruption is being brought up, it's across all sectors, not in a particular sector. So it's across all sectors of the government or parliament of the government. They all have these traits of corruption in all of them. Even the so-called individuals too are corrupt, using the current dollar or inflation of naira to hike the price of goods and services in the country. Those also are also part of corruption as well. But the Sun, that is the senior advocate of Nigeria, has urged the Tinubu-led administration to also identify those in the EFCC that are corrupt, because they are supposed to be they are one of the most important parliament of government. There should be zero corruption in that EFCC. So there should be zero corruption, which is why they've asked Tinubu-led administration to identify some of them that are corrupted, because you discover some of the cases that they've raised against so many politicians, or some of them that they've been dragging here and there. The cases, we only see the beginning, we don't see the end. So that department only have a beginning, but they don't have an end. So they don't carry us at the end of the day. We don't know where the funds that they're getting, where the funds, the ones they've recovered, where is it being channeled to, what development is it being used. We're all left behind. They just come on the news and then we hear, oh, this politician is being probed, or that politician is being probed by the EFCC, 20 count charge, 10 count charge, numerous count charge against so many politicians. And then at the end of the day, you don't get to see the end of the news, but you see the beginning of the news. So it keeps happening and happening and happening. I don't know if they usually settle out of court, or the judge just rules out in favor of the accused, not in favor of EFCC. Because I know most of those politicians that the EFCC has been dragging to court or talked about it, they all have a trace of corruption in them. I'm not saying they are totally corrupt, but they have a trace of corruption in them based on how they handle their activities. Because when you're being elected into a public office, you are held accountable. So you are supposed to, and you are answerable to the people, and whatever fund or allocation you are making should be for the development of the people, not for the development of yourself and also your pocket. Which is why the senior lawyer also urged the president to consider merging the EFCC with the Independent Corrupt Practice and Other Related Offense Commission, which is the CPC. So it have asked them to merge the two departments together. We know this one is fighting corruption, this one is fighting corruption. At the end of the day, we don't know which of them is actually fighting the real corruption. And this one just on the news all the time without any result, or this one, we don't really know what is happening, which is why I believe it's a way to go. So the two departments, or the two bodies or entities of government, should be merged together. Okay, so however, recent development have raised concern about the commission's focus and operation, warranting and thorough resentment of its mandate and effectiveness. So it's been all about politicians, and then at the end of the day, we are not seeing any results from it. Okay, to this extent, Ajulo said it's important to evaluate the EFCC operation, address shortcomings, and reinforce its commitment to its original purpose. So it's supposed to be zero corruption. The EFCC are supposed to be zero corruption. But you find out that some of them, or some of the officials in the EFCC, are collaborating with the politicians. Okay, and then we don't know which of them are corrupt. We don't know which of them are guilty. We don't know which of them are innocent as well. So which is why the senior advocate of Nigeria, that's the Sun, are actually coming out to make this request to the Tinubu-led administration. And I think it's a way to go. So Nigerians will be aware of what is happening, and also knowing the end, not only the beginning of the case and not knowing the end of the case, because even in Nigeria itself, the people have given up on the judiciary system, because we feel they are incompetent in delivering their judgment when it has to do with in favor of a common man. It's always when you have to do it in favor of the big, the big league, the big politicians, it's always in their favor. But when it has to do with the favor of the common man, development of the common man, and also something when it has to do with the goodwill, the betterment of a common man, it's usually not thing for them. Okay, so, and I believe it's a way to go. So in case you want to know what is trending or anything happening on the news, make sure you jump right in on the Arewa 24 news, because we keep you updated about every single thing that is happening in the world of politics, in the world of sports, and all around the globe. Thank you very much, and see you on the next one.